Heartsprinkle.
Hey everyone, it's Crystal, and today I am painting on clear acrylic paint palettes. Now on this side that I'm painting on, I already sanded it. On the other side, I left the protective sheet on and I'm using it as my sketch paper and tracing paper. So I already sketched out the hearts and I'm just doing the line work here, and this is how slow I'm painting. It actually took me like 6 hours to do this entire project. So yeah, I used my Cricut Lightbox thing to see my artwork better, through the like the brown protective paper there. And here's what the other side looks like. I'm actually doing the shading and the highlight lines. And here I am last minute adding on the actual full name Heartsprinkle in the middle. I couldn't decide until I saw it all together with the how the hearts looked outlined, if I wanted my whole name Heartsprinkle in the middle. And instead of making it easier on myself by printing Heartsprinkle and then tracing it, I decided to do it by hand and just eyeball and look at my nameplate there in the corner. I did, however, change the dot of the I to a heart. I think I just wanted to challenge myself with lettering, like hand lettering. I kind of want to do more of that, so this was like a practice run, I guess. For a more professional look, I probably would have traced it from a printed, lettering. So training my brain to work backwards was really hard, especially writing the name Heartsprinkle backwards. That was challenging. And now I'm doing the shading. After I do the line work, I did the shading. Then next is the highlights. And then you do the solid colors. So I kept having to think about the order of how I'm laying the lines down, because the protective sheet on the other side, actually, I kept it there so I could keep drawing on it. And I was pretty much drawing blind or painting blind, because I wasn't able to lift up that protective sheet to see how the process is going. Now, if you already draw and especially if you do digital work, you can flip your artwork to kind of see the balance of it, or the symmetry or whatever. Yeah, I was kind of worried about that doing this paint palette. I was afraid to reveal it and hate and have all the hearts lopsided and whatnot. So here I'm actually finger painting the paint on, because when I tried brushing it on, it just was so thin and I just ended up globbing it on there, which worked out better. I did the same thing with the Mod Podge, which this layer was kind of thick, but I needed it for all the glitter. I decided to put glitter on the background. It looks pretty awesome. Now I'm smashing it in there, trying to make sure it's all in the Mod Podge. Here's my daughter trying to clean with the cool vacuum. Now it looks kind of cloudy because the Mod Podge didn't dry all the way. I got impatient, but here is how it looks. The next paint palette, I decided to draw my roses. Now instead of paint splotches, I was thinking in my head that these rose sections could be the paint, and then with roses in the background. So you're looking at a bush of roses, I guess, with all the colors of the paint as the roses. Anyway, the line work was the hardest part of this. Well, it was the most time consuming. And then trying to do the layout of the roses so that it didn't look overpowering, I guess, is what got me. But I decided to try and make the main roses for each color to have a bolder line around it to make it pop a little bit. I was going to do a white outline, almost as if it was a sticker on there, but I already started and it was too late. I did try to, I had some minimal mistakes, but because I sanded the one side, it was keeping the paint in the grains, and I couldn't really go backwards, you know what I mean? So here is what they look like with the bold lines around them. Now, in between projects, I actually study or start a different technique or whatever, learn a new technique. And I've been learning a simpler line work because I'm just obsessed with these black lines, right? And sometimes I overdo it. I kind of feel like I overdid it a little bit on this project. Like I probably could have done thinner lines in certain parts just to make the other ones pop out better, but I just love it. So in my mind, I'm actually like contemplating, and my ideas were kind of clashing on how much detail I should add on to it. So after I did all the line work, I just did simpler shading, or tried to. These are actually like a darker shade of the colors I'm originally going to use. So I'm sorry about the light in the background. I kept working without the light on, and I'm like, why can't I see my lines? That's because I don't have the light box on. But yeah, I hope it wasn't too bad of a headache that it came on and off on the screen there. So here I am, like, actually, see how it looks transparent when I brushed the paint on? It was so annoying. It took like 5 layers of that, and that's how it turned out. So I ended up doing the finger paint thing again and just smearing all that paint, like the main rainbow colors there. And then I used the brush for the littler details, like these leaves. So I'm leaving the background. Oh yeah, the black on the spaces in between made the roses pop out a little bit more. So I made the background roses plain because I was going to make them with white glitter. But guess what? This glitter was a little transparent. And I actually probably should have put like gesso on the back, but here's how the reveal looks. You can still see the glitter, so I'm very happy with it. I know it's upside down, but I'm about to show you guys how it looks on my little background there on the wall. My collection of artwork is slowly growing. So yeah, which paint palette do you guys like more? I think I like the heart one more. The glitter turned out so much better on that one. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Let me know in the comments down below which one's your favorite, and I'll see you next week.